through graduation. A lot more people in our communities are having trouble keeping food on the table. Topeka Rescue Mission Ministries wants to help you make connections to find help, or if you're able, to help others. CEO Amanda Cunningham is here with John Roberts, TRM's Deputy Director for Community Needs and Services. Welcome to both of you.
Thank you.
Food is a big topic of discussion. Amanda, what have you been seeing through TRM when it comes to the need for food and the issue with food insecurity?
Sure. You know, we're seeing an increase both in our community meals that we serve every evening, 7 days a week, and we're also seeing an increase in people accessing our drive-through food pantry during the distribution center times on Tuesdays and Thursdays. What is concerning, and it's hard to find the balance because we don't want to send out the alarms, right? We want to trust the Lord to provide, but we're seeing the need for food increase, but we're seeing resources decrease. And so trying to find the right balance of informing the community that TRM's food bank, but also other incredible food banks across the community are in need of help right now with food.
How much do you work with those community partners, John, in trying to identify who can help where and who has enough, who maybe needs more?
Yeah, we have been collaborating with several of our food partners through Live Well, Shawnee County. So many of the food pantries have come together, and that's been a really fruitful collaboration. That we're comparing just big picture vision and strategies, as well as on a smaller scale, how to locate resources and different tips. And so definitely, as the community has felt kind of the economic crunch that has caused some of the food insecurity to go up, there's also an increased collaborative spirit, which is encouraging.
Are you all hearing anything? Because there is a lot of fear regarding grants and maybe some entities that get grants, some that don't. You know, Harvesters was talking about losing potentially some funding that could make the amount of food that they put out go down. What are you all hearing from the feelers that you have out around the area when it comes to that?
Yes, you know, we're hearing the same thing. We haven't seen anything hardcore happen just yet. And so it's one of those things that right now we're doing the balancing act of trying to get ahead of what a lot of our incredible partners could be facing that receive, whether it's federal aid or governmental dollars of some sort that might not come through. So we're trying to brace ourselves at TRM for trying to help with some of that slack that other partners and agencies might not be able to do. But the other side of it is inflation and cost of things. We're also seeing a difficulty in being able to purchase items and everything because the costs are so expensive. And so, you know, I think ways that can really help is somebody thinking, man, I want to do something. What can I do? There are lots of agencies around that have food banks, and all of us would be blessed to receive an Amazon order that can be sent directly to our addresses. Or if you're at the grocery store and you're buying 4 cans of corn, can you buy 8? And donate another 4 cans. Those little things make a big difference to small pantries and the larger ones.
For people on the other end of it, the people who need the help, John, who should they reach out to? What kind of connections can you help make? I mean, you don't want people to think, oh my gosh, there's no help out there, because there is. How do we find it?
Yeah, would definitely recommend that anyone call us at the Topeka Rescue Mission. We'd be happy to share our food distribution schedule as well as our community dinner, but then we would also pass on any other resources that we have of the other food pantries. I know the Topeka Library also often has resource guides and handouts, so if someone's in need of knowing where around town could they get food assistance, that would also be a good resource for them.
I think too, let's stress for folks, if you would, whoever wants to put it more eloquently than I can, that you don't have to be homeless to be struggling and to need help. And that's okay if you need help once in a while.
Sure. I was just at a speaking event today, Melissa, where I explained, because of incredible partners like United Way of Kaw Valley, some of the smaller food pantries, the larger ones, the distributors like Harvesters, what we're seeing at the Rescue Mission is people that are able to come through, and because they get a $50 food bag, they're able to pay that $50 water bill. And so some of our food insecurity efforts are also upstream, not just reactiveness to someone experiencing homelessness. We're trying to help people to be able to have the basic needs supplied so that those dollars can be spread further and that they end up still being able to pay car payments, still being able to pay gas to get to and from transportation for work. So it is really both reactive with homelessness or food insecurity, but it's also a way that we're trying to help our community not worsen in those areas.
So reach out, and if you are able to help, good advice. Do that if you are able to. John, Amanda, appreciate the update. And
thanks, Melissa.
Letting people know about making connections. Appreciate you. You're going to find out how local groups are working together to raise awareness of period poverty, another big need you might not know about, next.